Good morning, children. In the class today, we'll discuss three electrical devices. Number one, galvanometer. Number two, ammeter. And number three, voltmeter. So let us start with galvanometer. Galvanometer is an electrical device which can measure both current as well as voltage, whereas ammeter can measure only current and voltmeter can measure only voltage. And what is there in these devices? What is the construction of the device and what is the working principle? We'll discuss later on in magnetism. Right now I'm telling you it's working. It's mathematical working. How do we measure voltage? How do we measure current? How do we convert a galvanometer into voltmeter? And how do we convert a galvanometer into ammeter? And all the three devices are made up of what? A coil inside. That coil is placed in between the poles of magnet, and as the current passes through the coil rotates in magnetic field because of torque, and as the result the needle connected with the coil deflects. So all these workings we'll study in detail later on in magnetism. Right now let us see what is the device and how it can measure both current as well as voltage. Well, galvanometer is an electrical device which measures both current as well as voltage. This is what it is its advantage. It can measure the current of both the directions. That means if the current is moving, entering into the device and coming out like this, or entering from this side and coming out like this, it can measure both the currents. Well, it can also measure the voltage of both the polarities, whether this end is positive, this end is negative. We can measure the potential difference, or this end is negative or this end is positive. In that case also we can measure the potential difference. We have the diagram of this galvanometer. This galvanometer has zero right in the middle. We also call it as zero centered galvanometer. When current flows, say, from left side to right side, these are the knobs for connection of source. The needle deflects towards right, and when the current flows in opposite direction, the needle deflects towards left. So it can measure both the currents of both the direction, and it can measure the voltage of both the polarities. But the disadvantage, big disadvantage associated with this device is that the current and the voltage it measures both are very, very small. They can measure, galvanometers can measure the current of the order of microampere and can measure the voltage of milliampere. But if we wish to measure greater values of current or greater values of voltage than what is mentioned here, we of course need these devices, not galvanometer. Well, ammeter. Ammeter is an exclusively current measuring device. It is used to measure current only, and that too of only one direction. Every current measuring device is connected in series, so is ammeter. So ammeter is always connected in series with the branch of the circuit where current is to be measured. Ideally the resistance of an ammeter should be zero. Why the resistance should be zero? Unless the resistance of an ammeter is zero, it cannot measure the true value of current. If the resistance of ammeter is not zero and it is connected in series with the circuit, what will happen? It will first increase the resistance, and once the resistance increases, the current would decrease, and that smaller value of current is going to be measured by ammeter, which is not true. So ideally the resistance of every ammeter should be zero, but this is practically impossible. We cannot have a coil as superconductor. We can never have a coil with zero resistance. So every coil which makes up an ammeter has always small but finite value of resistance. So practically it is not possible. So what do? We try to keep the resistance of ammeter as small as possible. Why? Because smaller is its resistance, greater is the value of current it can measure with greater accuracy. Smaller is the resistance of ammeter, more closer it is to what? True value of true ammeter. So we try to keep its resistance as small as possible. A galvanometer measures small value of current. Why? Because because its resistance is greater as compared to ammeter. So if we remove this defect of galvanometer, it can behave as an ammeter also. So how do we convert a galvanometer into ammeter? For converting a galvanometer into ammeter, we connect a very small resistance called shunt in parallel to galvanometer. Well, you know, when two resistances are connected in parallel, the effective resistance is smaller than the smaller of the two. So when a very small resistance is connected in parallel with galvanometer, then what happens? The overall resistance of the combination becomes even smaller than S. And once the overall resistance of this combination becomes lesser, the current measured by this combination becomes greater. And this modified device, after connection of a shunt in parallel to it, is called an ammeter. Well, the current this modified device is measuring is I, which is much more greater than Ig, which was the current it was measuring initially. So this current I which enters into moves along two different paths. A part of the current moves through this galvanometer and a part, that is the remaining I minus Ig, moves through this shunt. Both these again combine to form current I. So the current entering into the unit is what? I, which is much more greater than Ig. Now in parallel combination the voltages are same. Therefore the voltage here is what? G into Ig. What is G? G is the resistance of galvanometer. So G into Ig is the voltage here, and S into I minus Ig is the voltage here. Since voltage in parallel combination are same, therefore these voltages are equated. And what is the value of shunt? Value of shunt is Gig upon I minus Ig. This is the value of shunt. So a galvanometer is converted into ammeter by connecting a very small resistance called shunt in parallel combination. What is the function of shunt? Shunt provides low resistance path so that greater value of current can pass through this modified unit. Now what is happening overall? This is the formula of shunt. You can use this formula in numerical, but you can also work out the numericals with the help of the concept which I am going to tell you. So if you see, Vg is the voltage measured by galvanometer, G is the resistance of galvanometer, Ig is the current measured by galvanometer. Vg is equal to G into Ig. This is what is called as a galvanometer equation. This is called as galvanometer equation. Now what is happening when we connect a very small resistance called shunt in parallel? The overall resistance when a small resistance shunt is connected in parallel becomes what? Gs upon G plus S. That means the overall resistance decreases. Since in parallel combination value of voltage remains unaffected, that remains same, and the value of resistance is decreasing, therefore the value of current has to increase by the same factor, the factor by which the value of overall resistance decreases. So if you have understood this, then you can work out every numerical of conversion of galvanometer into ammeter in seconds, say in 2 seconds, or even in 0 time also. Well, voltmeter. Voltmeter is exclusively voltage measuring device. It is always connected in parallel combination. Ideally, its resistance is infinite. This voltmeter is connected in parallel. Its resistance ideally is infinite. If its resistance is not infinite, then what will happen? It will draw some current from the circuit. As a result, it will first of all decrease the voltage and then measure it. Therefore, the voltage will always be carrying error. But there won't be any error if the resistance of voltmeter is infinite. But infinite resistance is practically impossible. So what do? We try to keep the resistance of voltmeter as high as possible. Why? Because greater is the resistance of voltmeter, more ideal it is. Or you can say greater is the value of voltage it can measure with greater accuracy. A galvanometer measures small voltages. Why? Because as compared to voltmeter, its resistance is small. So the defect of voltmeter, as we compare it with voltmeter, is what? Its resistance is small. And if we remove this defect, it will be converted into voltmeter. So how do we bring about conversion of voltmeter into galvanometer into voltmeter? Well, for converting galvanometer into voltmeter, we connect a very high resistance in series. when we connect resistance in parallel, the overall resistance decreases. But now we need to increase the resistance. In series the equivalent resistance is simple sum. Therefore, to increase the resistance of this device galvanometer, we connect a very high resistance in series. That way this modified device becomes an ammeter. It is converted into an ammeter. What is the overall voltage? Overall voltage, see Ig is the current passing through the circuit. So Ig into G is the voltage here and Ig into Rs is the voltage here. So overall voltage measured by the device is what? Gig plus Rs into Ig, and that is V. V is the new voltage measured by this modified device. So what is the value of Rs? We can change the side. V minus Gig upon Ig. This is the value of series resistance required for conversion of galvanometer into voltmeter. Well, what is happening here? Let us again understand. And if you understand this, I don't find any reason of not understanding it. See, in series, when a high resistance is connected, what happens? The value of resistance increases. And in series, the value of current remains what? Same. It does not vary. Now see, right hand side, Ig is constant, G is increasing, and it is increasing to what? G plus Rs. So this voltage, right hand side, Ig is constant, G is increasing, so this overall quantity is increasing. That means Vg is increasing, and it increases to new value of voltage V, which it is going to measure. And if you are able to use this concept, you can work out every numerical in flash. Well, let us see a numerical workout here. A 100 ohm galvanometer can measure a current of 5 milliampere. How can it be converted into 5 ampere ammeter? Number 2, 500 volt voltmeter. See, I am going to work out this numerical using these concepts which I have explained here. And see, using these concepts will help you find out numerical in the answer of the numerical in 0 time. See, this galvanometer which has a resistance of 100 ohm can measure a current of 5 milliampere. Now it has to measure a current of 5 ampere. So the factor by which the current is increasing is what? Can you identify the factor? I upon Ig. What is the factor? The current is increasing by factor 1000. Current is increasing by factor 1000. Current is increasing by factor how much? 1000. When current is increasing by factor 1000, so that is possible, that is going to be possible only when the resistance decreases by factor 1000. And what is the resistance? Resistance is 100, and if it decreases by factor 1000, it will become what? 100 upon 1000. 100 upon 1000 is what? 0.1 ohm. That is the value of shunt required. Yes, this is the value of shunt required. I have not used any formula. I have used the concept here. Though you can work out the same answer using the formula of shunt. S is equal to G Ig upon I minus Ig. G is 100, Ig is 5 milliampere, I is 5, and Ig is what? 5 10 to the power minus 3, that is milliampere. Solve it, you will get the answer as 0.1 ohm. Likewise, for second part, the voltmeter which is to be measured is what? 500 volts. We can use this formula. We can use this formula of series resistance. Substitute the value of V as 500, G as 100, Ig as 5 milliampere. This 5 milliampere. Solve it, you will get it as 99,900 ohm. And the same answer can be worked out in 0 time using the concept this. Now see what is happening here. The voltage which a galvanometer is measuring. This voltage is given as 5 milliampere. What voltage it is supposed to measure? Now the voltage it is supposed to measure is what? 500 volt. The voltage it is measuring is what? 5 milliampere into 100. This is 0.5 volt. This Vg is equal to G into Ig. This you have to work out in your mind. What is the Vg? Vg is G into Ig. It is 0.5 volt. Now the voltage it has to measure is what? 500 volt. So what is the factor by which the voltage is increasing? The voltage is increasing by factor 1000 again. The voltage can increase by factor 1000 only when the value of effective resistance increases by factor 1000. See, the resistance is 100 If it increases by a factor of 1000, it becomes 1 lakh. So what is the new resistance of the combined unit? 1 lakh. Out of 1 lakh, 100 is already present. So how much resistance is to be connected in series? 99,900 ohm. So this is all for the day. Thank you very much. God bless you all.